You wake up suddenly. It's 3 a.m. The room is quiet, but every instinct tells you that someone or something is standing in the corner. We usually dismiss this as a trick of the light, but your brain might be reacting to a physical stimulus, a sound wave that is present in the room, yet silent to your ears. In 2026, a researcher named Arian sat in a controlled environment to test this theory. He placed heavy headphones over his ears, playing a synthesized tone at a dangerous 7 Hz. To understand the physical breakdown Arian was about to experience, we have to look at a scientific precedent set decades earlier. In 1998, scientist Vic Tandy was working late in his lab when he saw a gray apparition in his peripheral vision. Rather than fleeing, he stayed to measure the room's environment. He discovered that a newly installed fan was vibrating the air at exactly 18.9 Hz. This chart shows the human hearing range. Any frequency below 20 Hz is classified as infrasound. These waves carry physical energy, but they vibrate too slowly for our ears to process as sound. 18.9 Hz is the resonant frequency of the human eyeball. When an infrasound wave hits the eye at this speed, the internal fluids begin to vibrate within the socket. This vibration creates visual artifacts, the shadow people many report seeing in haunted locations. At the same time, the pressure on the chest and inner ear triggers a primal sense of dread. Tandy's research proved that many ghostly encounters are biological illusions caused by environmental frequencies. Back in 2026, Arian wanted to push past these known illusions. If 18.9 Hz vibrates the eyes, he wanted to observe the effects of a much deeper, higher energy wave, 7 Hz. He triggered the tone. For the first 10 minutes, the data remained flat. There was no immediate physiological response. Then the environment reacted. High amplitude low frequencies can interfere with air pressure and molecular motion. 10 minutes in, the thermal energy in the room began to dissipate rapidly, and condensation on the glass surfaces crystallized into ice. Unlike Vic Tandy, Arian saw no shadows. The 7 Hz frequency was so low it bypassed his optic nerve entirely, moving its focus to his internal systems. The experiment had shifted from a visual trick into a direct, unseen assault on his central nervous system. Arian began to hear voices, not as external sounds, but as mechanical vibrations screaming inside the bone of his skull. In a state of total panic, he tried to reach for his headphones to stop the transmission. His limbs refused to move. His body had completely seized. This graphic shows synaptic signals traveling through the body. The intense 7 Hz frequency created a standing wave in his nervous system, jamming the electrical pathways between brain and muscles. Arian remained conscious, but was paralyzed by the frequency he unleashed. Trapped in his chair, Arian managed to shift his gaze toward a mirror across the room. His reflection was staring back at him, but while Arian was weeping in terror, the version in the glass wore a wide, fixed smile. While 19 Hz causes a simple optical smear, the 7 Hz anomaly produced a result that standard biology cannot explain. This forces a terrifying hypothesis. Does this frequency cause a caudal neurological collapse of reality, or does it decouple the observer from the physical laws of this dimension? The next time you feel a presence in your room at night, check for a running fan or an AC unit. If you find one, your mind is likely playing a predictable biological trick. But if the room is silent, you may have just encountered a frequency with a much darker origin.